Hey, I had to come to this team eventually. What's going on, everyone? My name is Damien, also known as QB. How's everyone going today? In this one, we're doing part 6, 6 or 7, I don't know which part it is, but we're doing a part 6 of rating and giving my opinion on next season for these NBA teams. I'm doing all 30 before the NBA season starts, so triple uploads from now on. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new around here. It's about to get hectic with the uploads. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. The Detroit Pistons had one of the worst possible regular seasons out of any team in all time. This team was making the Bobcats look like an all-star team back in the day. Unfortunately, 2023-24 NBA season, it was not a good one for the Detroit Pistons. With Cade Cunningham finally getting some decent games under his belt, it was really underwhelming to see that he couldn't even help the disaster that's happening in Detroit. Don't get me wrong, they found their good rookie in Asar Thompson, but oh boy, did these boys keep getting fucked around by the draft. I genuinely feel so sorry for them and all their fans. I can't imagine having the worst season of all time and still landing the 5th pick. That is just diabolical. After firing their head coach the year prior, the Detroit Pistons were going to hire Monty Williams to come out of retirement. Well, not come out of retirement, he openly said after the Phoenix Suns he wasn't going to coach for a while. But then the Detroit Pistons offered him a big bag, and obviously he took the deal because money is money at the end of the day. He took the job, and honestly, this is where the Pistons organization went wrong, because after he took the job, it all went downhill from there. I was honestly convinced that Monty Williams did not give a shit about this team whatsoever, because this team would go on a 28-game losing streak. Yes, 28-game losing streak in the first half of the season. Can you believe that? That, of course, is the biggest losing streak in NBA history. And it was obvious by like the 10th game in the losing streak. It would just become pretty obvious that Monty Williams just wasn't willing to help this team in any way, shape or form. Honestly, I went back and watched about maybe 5 games during that 5-game losing streak. He did not change up the scenery whatsoever or change different schemes or just anything. As a basketball fan in general, that's just pretty disappointing. So for a total wins on the 2023-24 NBA season, the Detroit Pistons would only win 14 games and they would lose 68. They would have a losing margin of 15 points, which is just unbelievably bad. After that season, bro, I do want to say to Detroit Pistons fans that it is only uphill from here, but oh boy. I feel like I've been telling myself this. I'm not even a Pistons fan for real. But you guys drafted the absolute gem in Rod Holland. He was actually projected to go top 5, but then everyone was saying he was going to drop to about 10 or 15th in the draft. And you guys are going to pick him up with your 2nd pick in the draft. Potential upside, he's a bigger wing. He can defend, shoot the free, slash, everything you can want. I'm pretty sure he'll fit in no matter where he comes in this group. If he comes off the bench or in the starting lineup. It depends what JB's pick of staff actually wants. So there's a lot of lows to talk about last season. I'm not going to stick around this topic for too much longer. Let's get straight into the off-season moves for the Detroit Pistons. Their trades were starting in the middle of the season. I gotta say, there was a really odd one about halfway during the season. They're going to trade away Marvin Bagley and Isaiah Livers and 2 second-round picks. At the time, Livers was a starting small forward, so I don't know what the heck was going on here. And they're going to receive Danilo Gallinari and Mike Muscala. But anyways, come a few weeks later, they would actually end up waiving Mike, so they pretty much just traded all of that away for Gallinari, and that's it. And also in February, they're going to trade away 2 of their most cornerstone players, I guess you could say, really big role players, and Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks. They're going to trade those to the Knicks for Malachi Flynn, Quentin Grimes, and Evan Fournier, pretty much 3 guys that weren't getting any minutes for the Knicks whatsoever. And also in the offseason, they're going to re-sign Simone Fontecchio. He looks fantastic so far during this year's preseason. I can't wait to see how he develops and what his role is going to look like with this team. In late May, they're going to part ways with Troy Weaver, who was actually their GM. And also come mid-June, right after May, they're going to fire Monty Williams. But they're actually going to get pretty busy by signing some big free agents. I wouldn't say big free agents, but some main key free agents who can help these younger guys upcoming. They're going to sign Tobias Harris because the Philadelphia 76ers obviously didn't want to pay him. They're going to sign Mikal Beasley because obviously for some reason the Bucks didn't want to pay more than $3 million. I don't understand why. And they're also going to get Paul Reed, who just walked away from the 76ers for more money. I love all 3 of these pickups for them. It's going to actually really help their younger guys develop and really help them when it comes to spacing on the floor and how to be a defensive end, etc. Tobias Harris is actually a really solid defender. Same with Paul Reed. Mikal Beasley is a cone, I'm not even going to lie to you. But all of a sudden, they got some more spacing for Cade Cunningham. That's beautiful to see, actually. Well, no, Mikal Beasley can shoot that thing on a 39% clip. Literally the exact same thing to Tobias Harris. Paul Reed is more of a more traditional big man power forward. But it definitely makes the roster a bit better having those guys in, that's for damn sure. But all those guys' names I just mentioned coming in is definitely a massive win for the Detroit Pistons. If I'm a Pistons fan, I guess you can really hold your head up high. I know it's been a really crappy last decade or so, but Cade Cunningham's going to develop into a superstar, just trust me. He averaged 23 points a game last season on pretty much his first full healthy season. And you still got Jaden Ivey, who's going to blossom as well, same with Jalen Duren as well. Those guys are tough. I know you Pistons fans are really impatient, but trust me, you guys really got to believe in those players. I know it's been hard, but you all got this. You guys have got Lamar Stevens, Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sasser. You guys, the list goes on and young players who can become potential stars in this league. You guys got to stay down pack with your roster and hope for the best. Dare I say that you guys aim for 30 wins next year? That's not too crazy to ask though, right? It's just 12 more wins. That's 12 more games you guys could have won during that 28 game losing streak. But my final takeaway for Detroit Pistons, they're obviously going to be a lot better this year, hopefully. I'm projecting them to win about 30 games. And maybe be 13th. 13th in the Eastern Conference. Is that too much to ask? Only time will tell. I hope I made your mind feel a bit better, Pistons fans. I know it's really hard. But anyway, this has been your boy QB, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.